are here at the Burlington waterfront, and today we are going out on frozen Lake Champlain with photographer Adam Silverman.
I want to show off the beauty of Vermont's scenery and its diverse landscape, from the Green Mountains in the middle of summer to standing in the middle of frozen Lake Champlain in the middle of winter. And there's no shortage of beauty.
And over the years, his photos have amassed more than 42,000 followers with thousands of likes and comments.
This is a 100 to 500 millimeter telephoto lens. I shoot moonrises and moonsets a lot. Total eclipse a couple years ago. All right, in here we have the rest of the kit. My 16 to 35 wide angle, and then my 24 to 105. Which is a good complement to this. These two lenses together give me from 24 millimeters to 500 millimeters. My drone, also heated gloves, 10 of 10 would recommend. All right, shall we? Let's go. Whew, it is breezy. The lake freezes so infrequently. It's just one of those things you have to take advantage of, especially as someone who both enjoys outdoor recreation and all of the aspects that Burlington and Vermont have to offer, as well as a visual artist and a photographer. So I was thinking of just making our way out toward the North Lighthouse and maybe be there when the sun dips below the horizon. I checked various webcams throughout the day, especially getting out and shooting sunset is one of the main things that I do. I appreciate the opportunity that you get when you're out here to experience Vermont in a way that is much less common than it used to be. I absolutely despise wind. Wind is the worst thing to exist ever. Otherwise, I love winter. That's nice. We've got some nice people walking along. We'll see if we can silhouette them in there. Take some different photos from what I've taken on my other excursions onto the ice, because of course, as you know, I've taken a lot of pictures on the ice so far this winter, and there's so much to shoot out here and so many different ways to shoot it. That's one thing I like is getting people in photos to provide a sense of scale, because I had no idea how big that lighthouse was, but you put a person in the photo, so now I get it. Like the things that I look for, kind of like those low clouds over the Adirondacks that are coming in right now. That's not awful, but it is going to block it a little bit from what it could have been if it were just these nice high cirrus clouds. You learn over the years of what to look for when you're trying to decide whether to go chase a sunset and where to go chase a sunset. Just like those clouds behind the lighthouse right now. But when I was a kid, one of my earliest memories in growing up is my parents gave me one of those little Kodak Instamatic cameras, interested in taking pictures of anything and everything. I never wanted to go into photography, but basically, as long as I can remember, I wanted to go into journalism. I graduated in 2000 from the University of Missouri with a bachelor's of journalism, and then came to Vermont for a job at the Free Press. And then I also learned a lot about photography. That was like a 7-person photo staff. And that, I think, was where I really got into photography as something that I wanted to do more of and, really become versed in. And I still remember Allison Redlick told me, it's not that I would discourage you from going into photography, but it's like owning a boat. You will never stop wanting to pump money into it. And it's absolutely true. There's always a new camera, a new lens, a wider aperture, a drone. Drones come out. In a way, it's kind of like it's therapy. It's the opportunity to, to get out of the house and connect with nature. During COVID, it was amazing just to be able to, to get out and explore. Don't be around people. Well, all right, I can go take pictures all over Vermont. I'll be the only person for miles. This is not my day job. I am the public information officer for the Vermont State Police. I like to joke that this is my vaguely monetized side gig. It is more than a hobby. I do it for me. The fact that it resonates with other people, it's flattering and it's bizarre and it's cool that it resonates. But if it all went away tomorrow, I would still be out here and I would still be taking pictures. Why don't we fly the drone? Let's see what things look like from up above. Moonrise and moonset, that's the thing that I really like to get out the most. And I also feel like I've developed a little bit of a niche. I try and shoot every full moon throughout the year. Through photography, I have learned and could probably with only a little bit of difficulty recite for you the names of every full moon throughout the year. And I like to provide a little bit of information in my captions. Sunset especially is great. Sunrises are lovely, but they happen so darn early in the morning. I survive some days on adrenaline and lots of coffee. Let's fly. And I just said, screw it. I am not going through another fall in Vermont without a drone. So that was when I got my first drone. Like, you don't even have to get an extraordinary amount of height from a drone for it to be really cool. It just changes your perspective. Here's the view from my drone right now. This sort of subtle, like a little cotton candy sunset. Let's turn around. Let's turn that drone around and let's see what Burlington looks like. Ooh, look at the purples over the city right now. So this is where I want to go up a little bit and get to see, look, hey, there's Mansfield coming into view. Hey, let's take a selfie. Smile and wave. It's like the outdoor ethic and the conservation ethic and just the feeling of the state and the people and everything that goes hand in hand with it. So it was very easy to put down roots here, and we made friends and got involved in the theater community. I joke that most of my photography is based on FOMO. If there's a great sunset and I'm home for it and I'm not out shooting it, I am going to kick myself. I hate that. I hate missing a good sunset. I try as best I can to keep up with comments, and it means a lot to me. I read every comment. Every single one. My day job is busy enough that it is very difficult to spend the time, that I would like just kind of manning my photo page and responding to comments and thanking people. I try and do it as much as I can. My wife also has administrative access to my page, so she'll get on and comment. Kristen is kind of my business manager. I do the photography and she's my print and shipping manager. So she really shepherds the calendar project every year, which has become a massive undertaking. All right, I think I'm going to land. What I do is not photojournalism. I am not portraying every aspect of Vermont exactly as it is. I am a fine art, scenic landscape photographer. You can always find beauty in Vermont. We always joke about there not being just 4 seasons, but there, 7, 8, 12 seasons in Vermont. And all of a sudden this woman walks over to me and she says, "Are you Adam Silverman? We saw your post this morning that this was going to be the last sunset after 8 p.m. of the year. And we thought we really need to get out and see that." That's what resonates with me so much is the ability to connect with and touch people. And sometimes you got to take a phone picture too. Everything that you are used to seeing and that looks normal from shore, it all looks different from when you're out here. How can you beat this? How can you not want to be out here? This is the best.
You can follow Adam's adventures online, and we will get stuck in Vermont with you again real soon. We're filming this on February 26th, so I can't guarantee the lake is going to be frozen over by the time this video airs, so be careful out there.
Remember how we were talking at the beginning that wind is evil? Wind is evil.
And I can't feel my hands right now.
Heated gloves. Gotta get them.
I gotta get a heated glove.